A PR war of words between King Charles and Prince Harry.
Breaking today, a fresh PR war has erupted between King Charles and Prince Harry, with competing claims over who rejected whom.
The monarch finally deciding to get tough on his wayward son, but lots of those within the royal institution.
The king appears to have finally hardened his stance toward his wayward son, prompting many inside the royal institution, particularly those close to Prince William, to ask a pointed question. Why did it take so long?
Tom Sykes of the Royalist blog, who says that King Charles is now freezing out Harry, drawing a new line after the backlash to their last meeting.
New reporting now suggests that Buckingham Palace has drawn a firm line. According to fresh analysis, the king will not meet Harry during his upcoming return to Britain, marking a deliberate shift in tone after what insiders now concede was a costly mistake, their last meeting.
Will not see his younger son when Harry returns to Britain later this month. A decision that marks a sharp and deliberate hardening of tone after what many inside the palace now privately concede was the costly misstep of meeting Harry last autumn.
Sources say the king has arranged to be in Scotland while Harry is in London, avoiding any overlap. While Harry's camp claims this is merely a scheduling issue, palace sources insist the decision is intentional, designed to keep the monarch completely separate from Harry's ongoing legal battles.
Earlier this week, the King's side briefed that there could be no meaningful reconciliation between Harry and the King unless he apologised for spare for Prince William.
For Prince William and others who believe the King's past softness has weakened the authority of the Crown, this change of tone will come as a profound relief. They argue that indulgence has only emboldened Harry, and that decisive distance was long overdue.
Immediately after the meeting, Harry repaid his father's indulgence by doubling down on his memoir spare. How dare he? Telling a journalist in Ukraine, from The Guardian, by the way, The Guardian, that let me just remind you,
The backlash to the king's previous meeting with Harry was swift and unforgiving. What the palace attempted to downplay as a brief, inconsequential encounter was widely interpreted by the public as an olive branch, one extended to a son who has relentlessly attacked the institution his father represents.
That 50-minute meeting, briefed down afterwards as little more than tea and cake, emphatically not the Treaty of Versailles, was nonetheless interpreted by much of the public as what it clearly was. A significant olive branch, a step towards reconciliation with a son who has spent years attacking the institution.
That moment proved politically disastrous. The king appeared weak, indulgent, and out of step with public anger over Harry's accusations of cruelty, racism, and emotional neglect, grievances that have since been monetized on an industrial scale.
And William has made no secret of the view that his brother's behaviour is beyond the pale. To him, Harry crossed a line that cannot be uncrossed, and the idea of easy forgiveness is an anathema. That ruthless stance, but by the way, maybe ruthless, in my view, totally correct stance, far from damaging William, has proved extraordinarily popular.
William's position could not be clearer. In his view, Harry crossed a line that cannot be uncrossed. Forgiveness, especially easy forgiveness, is not an option. Far from damaging William's popularity, this unyielding stance has only strengthened public support for him.
When the king finally did what William had been urging him to do for years and stripped Andrew of his remaining privileges and moved decisively to marginalise him, the public response was overwhelmingly positive. He was too late, perhaps, but it was not too little for most of the public.
The king has already learned the political value of siding with his heir. When Charles finally followed William's advice and decisively marginalized Prince Andrew, public reaction was overwhelmingly positive, proving that firmness, even when late, is often rewarded.
Highly emotive issue of Harry's security. So, Lady Colin Campbell, a significant change.
The king has already learned the political value of siding with his heir. When Charles finally followed William's advice and decisively marginalized Prince Andrew, public reaction was overwhelmingly positive, proving that firmness, even when late, is often rewarded.